Good morning, everyone. What are we doing today? Inking metal washers using alcohol inks. Get ready, turn your fans on, throw open your windows, get the ventilation on. Good morning. Hello. This is P.
M.
Patricia.
Mariah.
Hey.
PM.
We are Martis Studio.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. Okay. So, good morning. Wow, all of a sudden a bunch of you guys just started popping in there. We had a little technical kind of hiccup, of course.
And Facebook is not cooperating, so...
Well, no, actually, that's my bad. I just didn't click the button. So we're not on Facebook this morning. Sorry.
Yeah, if you have friends that are over there, tell them just to come on over here. It's better anyway.
It's better anyway.
I don't really know that. I don't know this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You gotta talk... Now, do y'all see my...
Oh, yeah.
Cicada?
And hopefully the mowers are done.
At least they've moved to the other side of the house.
They didn't check with me about what we were doing this morning.
Okay, well, if you want to know more about the cicada, you need to go to Makers and...
Is it cicada or cicada? I meant
Cicada.
Cicada. Or a locust.
No, not locust. I looked that up. That is not so.
Is that inaccurate?
That is inaccurate. Bob Dylan was wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched a whole video on it.
Getting note up
the other day. Hey, it's on my regular page where
right.
I vent and rant and rave.
Well, anyway, so she is wearing Helene's cicada in my earrings because I have to move them over to some white gold or gold because my body does not accept anything other than
I
gets angry.
I can actually wear rust.
Yeah, I don't. I'm very sensitive. In many aspects. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's do our good mornings. Actually, a huge thank you to Marcia. She bought us some cups of coffee. Thank you.
Yummy, yummy.
And let's see, we have Petrus here, Cookie Wookie, Robin, Leslie, Christy, Sandy, and man, we've got quite the crew this morning. Sarah's. Oh, hello, Sarah. You are new. Good morning, good morning. How are you? Let me slide that over so I can read that a little bit better. I do actually have the chat working inside of the streaming software. So, you win some, you lose some. No Facebook, but I can chat.
There we go.
There we go.
It's always an upside to everything.
Oh,
I just
Petra says you
look so good with my shirt.
She says you look lovely. Yeah, it's all matchy. I'm basically wearing the same thing that I wear every week.
See, this is where I wear my color.
Uh-huh.
Mariah uses her color.
All right, so let's see. What's everybody's giving us good morning. Sarah's over in the UK. So yes, good afternoon. That's right. And good evening to some even. Oh, let's see here. Cicadas are their own unique nastiness, is what Ann says. Oh, Ann, I love you. You make me chuckle.
I would rather hear some of them than that mower.
That's true. At least the sounds of nature versus the sounds of urban, pollution. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. Let's get to inking some things. We even have... Yes, you may go.
I may go.
You may go. We even have some other stuff to ink. Because we're thinking that it's probably not going to take that long. And then P has this whole little... Are you going to lay out the grid first, or what are you doing over there? Okay, she's going to lay out her grid.
Is it inclusive? Is it all there?
Let me see. I'm going. There we go. Well, the grid is already there.
Yeah.
Man, she was quick.
Well, I had a little snafu, and they jostled them, and they got out of order. There we go. Can you see it?
Oh, so Ann's saying they could fly and screech as they fly at you. Oh.
Yes. Well, they're not very good flyers.
Yeah.
I read that too. That it's mostly just to get to the tree because it's all about finding that female so that they can make whoopee and make more cicadas.
Make more cicadas.
And they're really not attacking you. They're just bumbly flyers.
This is like my thing with June bugs. I can't stand them. They have little creepy
me.
legs that stick to you like Velcro, and it just freaks me out. And they're very crunchy.
but I like wearing them. Hey, they're really a good source of protein.
Oh, there you go.
So if you're out and starving somewhere, you should eat them.
Yeah, find them.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, did you see that?
I did see that. I don't know what it was, but
It was a gnat.
it's quite the bug situation over here at Piñata Studio.
Well, I have my window open because this alcohol ink, that is one thing I will say. We weren't kidding when we said open your windows. It gives me a severe headache if I don't have ventilation.
And soon enough, one of these days, we will have a whole new system and hoping that the sound quality will improve. But I still, I was watching it back. It's not too bad, not too bad. All right, when's the art start?
Well, I just need people to comment here on the colors and the,
Here,
whatever.
and I'm going to push this over ever so slightly more, just so that way there's a little more brightness, I think, on that end of the table. Where am I shooting it backwards, maybe? I don't know. The light keeps changing, too, because we've had these storms come through.
And we have clouds, and I can look out the window right now. We've got another bunch coming in, so the light's going to change again. Okay,
yeah.
So I want to talk just real quickly, because some of you did request colors, and I just remembered Mo's, because she said she wants
Mo's here with us, Cookie Wookie.
dark. Look at this.
Okay, now, yeah, you got to hold it to your side and sort of away from your lamp, but the other direction. The other way. There you go.
This way.
Yeah, just see, if you keep doing that, then you see it perfectly. That's how I show things.
Yeah. You see that? You see that?
All right, Sarah can't wait to see how you are new. Sarah, I would actually like to invite you to the Mixed Media, or our Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. So a lot of these washers are spoken for because we did a little thing on last week's deal about who... Judy says 15, 9, 2, 8, and 7.
2, 8, and 7. Oh. Okay. Well, I need... Does Mo... Has she...
Mo, you got to give us a yay or a nay on whether this is the darkness that you were looking for.
and if so, we may just hook you up with this one, because this was a very...
We are going to make some, but we wanted to kind of have some, obviously, prepped. P was practicing because, as she said in the in P's piece this week, was that she hadn't really recalled how difficult it was. But then that made us feel better because it wasn't like this is just something that happens.
Yeah, it is.
Takes a little work.
And you have happy accidents. Fortunately, I think that's kind of what keeps you. It's like rock hunting. You find a really good one, you just keep going because there's got to be another one out there. I ain't necessarily so.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so yeah, as we go along, we'll show them again at the end, and you guys can let us know for sure.
I'm going to just slide these off here. Hopefully. They're still...
No, that's okay. We can always look back at the video and figure out how she's going to slide them in place.
They just kind of moved slightly.
You should have put a little sticky on them.
Well... hello there. Where were you when all this was happening?
Well, I was doing other things.
I'm sure they were really important too. Okay, now, I'm going to try to do this on this board because...
Oh, good morning, Marja.
Marja!
Yeah, we had a little snafu-y there. Sorry. I'm hoping I connected into the right video. I don't. As soon as I think that I have this whole thing down, I don't. Really apologize. I want to be better and more professional.
Well, I will say, Mariah has her fallings downs, but she did make me these little squares that I requested. Because what's really nice is when I put these on these little squares, then I can tilt it and move the alcohol ink here and there.
Okay, so Anne was asking what sizes. So those little ones, those are like a little over an inch. I mean, they're basically an inch. And then we have the 1.5-inch ones, and then those two really big ones are the 2-inchers.
2-inchers. Oh, the 1.5
your cicada's flying in.
My cicada's flying in. Really? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Hopefully Helene will join us.
Okay, and the little ones then are an inch.
Oh, Cookie Wookie, she says she likes number 3 as well.
So she likes 3 and 22. Well, okay, so...
You might get both. Who knows?
Mariah is supposed to be recording this because I obviously am going to be inking. And that being said,
Well, and we could even, you know, what would be really smart is we just post a picture of the grid in Makers after the live stream, and that way, if there are additional ones that she makes today that you guys want, we'll kind of add them to the little chart. Let's just do that. That'll make it a lot easier. Lot less pressure in the chat, and we can just, you know, get to the art.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my alcohol inks here, and it won't look nice and neat here for very long, I'm just warning you. These are my little guys that I found that I've mixed up. Special mixtures.
Mo, Anne's she's in the States. I can't remember exactly where, but... Oh, Marja likes 20.
Marja?
Okay.
Likes 20. Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking about redoing that because some of it chipped off. But the thing is they have not been Mod Podged.
Their final Mod Podge has not been added.
No, these are just strictly alcohol ink. And
so they'll kind of luster up, too.
They will. And they will be protected, and they won't flake off anymore. And you know, the one that I had in my journal, I know it's at least 2 years old.
Yes, we were talking about that. I was like, there's no way. We haven't been doing that this long. And then we were kind of thinking back, and I'm like,
yeah, maybe so.
Man, time flies when you're making art.
Yeah, I did go ahead and make a white one, which I know that's going to be really, but once I get it down here. The reason is because if you want the light colors,
you gotta get that base white down.
That base of white down. And if anybody wants light colors and you want to watch me do it, then I need to do that right now so it can set it over here and it can be drying. Although it dries pretty
it's alcohol ink. That's the loveliness of it. One of the reasons we started kind of doing it because we at that time had a 2-year-old. Because that's right. I mean, she was still 2, so anything and everything that you did, you needed to be able to, you know, stop what you're doing immediately. And
and we had some really good times. We used one of the turntables. I'm just going to go ahead and do this while I'm chatting.
Yeah.
Just get some stuff down here.
And if we need to move the camera in a little closer, let me know. I just, again, wanted to give enough of a view. But I can move it in. Oh, Cookie Wookie says it's hard to get big washers here in the UK.
Oh, really?
Oh, but she has some details, so she can let those of you guys over there in the UK talk to Cookie Wookie, which is Mo. She's Mo over on in the group. She can hook you up with some information on how to get those big washers. Who knew?
A little amethyst with the blue here.
Hey, I will say that, like, what was crazy is that at the hardware store, the 2 big ones are sold just in a pack of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 1.5-inch ones, I'm really hoping these mowers are gonna move along soon.
Can y'all hear that?
Can you hear the mowers?
Trying to find my white here. I hate people fumbling.
Oh, Carrie, good morning.
Oh, here's the gold. Now, I don't know.
Carrie likes number 9.
Carrie likes number 9. Good. That's a good one.
That's okay.
That's a good
P approves of your choice,
Now,
Carrie.
here's some stuff that I mixed up with the...
Oh, Christy says, let's do a white one. Are you doing a white one after that? She'll do a white one after that.
I will.
Oh, so we mixed up. Is that the...
This is my mixture. Now, I don't really know that it does anything. And the other reason I like these little pieces of paper here.
I really feel like... Oh, here, and I'm going to...
Watercolor paper. Okay, where's my...
Alright, so, to kind of go back a little bit, we cut those squares out of watercolor paper. Because P, on her testing, she was like, I really just need a little thing to kind of move it around. And then she had a piece that she was using, and it was looking really beautiful. And one of the things that we had always found out about the alcohol inks is how much we liked the drip offs and the cloths.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
So
okay, now you gotta watch this. This is just
we're gonna
your mom.
keep these little cards. I feel like I should move that camera in. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Don't do that yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna. What am I on here? And then close me off there. And I'm gonna move you in just a bit.
Okay, she's coming around the bend.
Oh, and we can hear them more because the window is open.
Yeah, that's the wonderful weed eater, which we would like for them to
Hoping
ban
that-
those things.
There we go. That should be a little better for you guys.
All right,
I'm
here it
hoping.
goes. Can you see it? Can you see it?
And I don't know if you want my head in there or not. I'll just pop in and out. Oh. Robin's been die cutting the just paper washers.
Ah,
Yes. You can do a Yupo surface for the alcohol inks. Oh, that's pretty smart, yeah.
okay. I love the way this gold just kind of goes.
I just really wish I could get the lighting right down on this stuff.
Okay, I'm moving this over to the. Wait a little while and let's see what happens there. Okay.
So wait a little while and see what happens.
All right. Well, Christy, I guess this white one is yours because nobody else has mentioned that they want it. All right. What do you want on here, girl?
What do you want, Christy? You gotta
What you
give
want? What
us
you
give us some
want?
colors. Oh, she
Oh.
says she couldn't hear the.
My turban keeps knocking against my camera. I apologize.
I'm gonna take.
Most profusely.
I'm gonna take it off because I don't want you.
You're gonna take my turban off?
I am.
Well, I feel kind of naked
Well.
without it. Okay. It was getting a bit steamy in here. I have a hot head anyway. Okay, so Christy, what colors? What'd she
Let's
say?
see
What'd she
here. Well, you gotta give her a little second.
say? Okay.
Leslie loves the light colors. Oh, Peg, good morning. She rated her husband's stuff for the washers.
Okay,
Good
and
job.
make sure that you give them a good wipe down with alcohol because sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they have a little bit of residue of.
Oil or whatever from the machinery. That's what
and,
it is.
And sometimes I do go ahead and give them
Purple.
a light sand.
Christy
Christy
says
wants
purple.
Did you like the amethyst? Because I have some choices in purple here.
Why don't you do all the purples? A little bit of every purple.
Well, I
Purple,
had 'em
purple,
all.
purple.
Now this booger here is a dark one.
But it has the glittery stuff.
Kind of it does.
Right? Or no, that one doesn't. So here's the crazy thing. We have these
Eggplant,
they're glitter inks, but they are not alcohol inks.
purple twilight, indigo.
Aw.
Indigo is awesome.
Yeah, so this is sort of a spin-off of the washers like Robin was saying. So a lot of times when we talk about washers, we are actually talking about the paper washers. These are tried and true washers, like from the hardware store. More for like doing what P did with the journal, which was creating little closures or dangles or, you know, things of that nature. The paper ones are fantastic because we can, in fact, here, I'll get on screen since we do have a couple new viewers. But hey, while I'm thinking about it, if you guys all would, just go over there, click that like button. You know what it does for us. It makes us happy and it gives us great, it makes YouTube know that people love us. And let me
Christy,
get back on
what are you
screen.
thinking about that? You liking that?
I'm liking that. Are you liking that? Yay! If lighter to show off white, yes. She likes. She makes. I think she's saying even like leave a little bit of the white in there if you can. Again, it's alcohol ink. It's not gonna be. We can
Yeah.
only do so much, and then it does its own thing.
Okay, we're doing some of this.
But here was,
particular Tuesday morning stuff. Now, if it does get too dark, I can whip in with the white and lighten it out.
Oh, Cookie Wookie. I use washers loads to weight stuff down when I am oh, there you go. It's very. But here's some of the paper ones. And so, see, you just used it on the edge of the journal, and then I feed the sari ribbon through there, and it creates a wonderful closure. And once you have, and these are even embossed a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that in the little frame or anything, but they are embossed. And then put a bit of Mod Podge over 'em. Nice coat of Mod Podge both sides. They glue down wonderfully. I don't think she's doing that at me.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to my ink here. You know, this is not a
Christy
science
says, "Oh, cool."
by any means. You just go with, okay, Christy, there ought to be a purple that you like here because I've used every one I have.
All the purples.
All the purples have been employed in this one wash. Look at how that little dot's just isolated over there. Is that not the cutest thing?
Well, but I'll tell you, sometimes you think those things are going to stay in place, and then all of a sudden, not so much. Oh, thank you, Anne. That's boho. That's my little boho journal. It's not so little and took me forever to make because it was one of those stops and starts.
I mean, we're serious. It was like months.
It was months.
All right, Christy, how you feeling about this?
Give us a happy face, lovey face. Sometimes Izzy gives us this when she doesn't like food. Or sometimes it's like this, and she's like, "Meh,"
Yeah, if it's in the middle, it's a
It's a sideways thumbs up. Oh, Carrie is also fond of this one.
Alrighty.
Well, don't ask her to make two of anything. She gets a bit surly.
It's not that I get surly. It's just that
She feels the pressure.
Come on, folks.
She can't do two of anything.
I can't. I'm. That's why I really don't like to make.
Oh, she's giving. Yep, she gave lovey eyes and two thumbs ups.
All right, so
We could
we
come
need
back
some
and
more
put
purple.
some gold on it later.
I could. We'll just start off with the white.
Let that dry for a minute. Push that one to the side and then do another.
She's bossy or anything. Why could I just leave them on here and scoot them around? I don't
Yeah.
know, like going crazy and getting them up. I think I don't have room.
Yeah.
Can you see it here? Is this good?
Yeah, right there. That's your bottom point, right?
Is
Kind
this-
of where you're good. That's the happy
Okay.
zone, and I can keep my face there if you
All
guys
right,
want me
any,
to.
Any of the rest of you folks, I'm doing purple right now.
Oh yes,
What?
yes, Judy. You should raid your husband's metal anything. And stay
Yeah.
away from any of that lead stuff. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to get this shook up because I've got some of this new stuff that Mariah, she can tell you about. Oh, I did mix up one new color this last week.
Yes. Well, you have the little jars over there, don't you? Because I could show them. And we
do.
bought. We have purchased two new, swivel towers things. It really makes it so much.
Oh, it seriously does.
Just having that height and then the ability to spin stuff is
Do you see
amazing.
the pipette thing?
Yes, I think so. Here, it should be.
I had it yesterday.
Oh, well, then you moved it around.
I washed it.
Oh,
Had to
well, is it in the
because
in the bathroom?
Oh, no. I put it back on the thing.
All right. Well, now I'm just awaiting the comments of how unorganized we are.
Yeah, I had cleaned it all up. See, that's what you should never clean.
Never clean.
Never clean because
Leads
it was
to bad
kinda
things for
crusty
pee.
looking, and I thought, I really need. Oh, here it is. It was
Okay.
just hiding behind the.
It is
bone.
clear to be
Well,
to be.
well, it used to be clear, but now I reloaded my white from my big jar.
White is a very good one to have when doing the alcohol inking. It will sort of make you crazy. It used to make me very angry because you'd bring it in and all of a sudden it would just, it doesn't stay white, typically. I always had a very hard time keeping the white, but what it does is kind of like where P was using it, nice base layer, and then everything you put on top of it makes it more opaque and brings the color out.
Nobody mentioned that they like green.
Christy's husband says stay away from the husband's things.
Well, just don't tell them.
Yeah, just don't
They
tell.
don't
Half
know
the time
what
they don't
they
know what they
have
have anyway.
Or they call you and say, "Where's my blah 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 blah?"
Yeah, that's what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
Christy says she guesses she has stolen too much. He's starting to notice.
Oh.
Yes, you gotta.
Well, you can replenish it before they. Oh, can you see those little green
All right,
sparkly
Carrie.
things in there.
Carrie's logging off and logging back in. She'll be back in a jiffy.
Oh, is she having problems?
No, she's moving upstairs.
Oh.
Okay,
Alright.
so what Mom was using there, what P was using, is those little jars above my head here, right above there. She mixed her own alcohol ink. So Judy, this could be an option for you because this stuff can be used for all sorts of things. So, and actually quite reasonable. And they come in different sets. They're from the Lindy's gang people, and they're glitzy. What are they? So glitzy, magical. What does it say? Scintillating.
Oh, I love that word.
Yeah. Scintillating silver.
Scintillate.
Yeah, scintillating silver. They do come up with some crafty names, those Lindy people. I like that.
Okay, what do you think about this? Kind of looks
Ooh, I like.
mossy and.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, we're going to leave that alone for a little bit. We're going to come back to this one. Now, what color's here?
Okay, move that up a little bit because you're like right there. There, perfect. Perfect. Yep. And see our light changing? Ugh, it's making me crazy, these clouds.
And they're getting thicker, so it's going to be weirder. Okay, anybody up for some hot pink?
Oh, Cookie Wookie, she's loving the green. Sandy's loving the greens.
Oh,
Hot pink. Well, now Carrie's moving upstairs. You know she'd be all about pink. Let's give us some pink ones. Pinky pink pink. So anyway,
Senorita
yeah.
Magenta.
And they tell you, right? Wasn't it in the little booklet that tells you how to mix these into alcohol
Or
inks?
you can go to their website. They recommend. I didn't have time to do that, but
Oh, and Petra is a orange, but you know, Petra's she's getting the original one. Unless of course you want to swap out, you just let us know. But Petra was our winner in the group. She's what started all of this. As far as we were like, okay, well, we can't just give one away. Everybody was so sweet and wonderful in the group, and just it was a little bit emotional for us.
oh, it really, really was. All right, now I'm gonna. This orange is really a weird orange because it.
Oh, and she's pink. She's on Team Pink. Yay.
Team pink with a little orange. Maybe?
Yes. So and the white is it usually comes in, if you buy it in a set, it kind of comes with the metallic ones. Wasn't that the original one that we got? And it's white cap. Was the Ranger kind. I think Jacquard also has.
Oh, I'm still getting green here. I need to kind of.
You need more pipettes.
I do. 'Cause I can't use
Who knew?
these.
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination.
Although I do love some pink and green if it's the right. You know, I have some things against
That
green,
one's
but
looking really good.
it
Whoa,
is. Whoa.
Baby. I need a little nipple out there in the middle to kind of,
Okay, Petra, she really wants her original one. We may send you one of the little ones too, or whatever. We'll see what we can get in a
I
packet.
be able to keep this paper clean. I don't know what I was even thinking of.
Why are you trying to keep the paper clean?
I don't know. Just, just for chuckles and grins.
As a challenge.
Yeah.
As a personal.
Okay, now I love these. These are called art something, but they're the same thing as what's her Bria Rose?
Bria.
I don't know.
No, Bria Reese. There
Bria
she
Reese.
goes.
There you go.
She was thinking about the rose gold stuff that she
Yeah,
likes.
that was- yeah.
Bria Reese brand.
And anyway, the lids are all messed up. It's just the
They're
pits.
very difficult.
And you spend a lot of time trying to line the lid up. Is this
I'm loving
pink
that.
making
Looks
you happy?
Yes, move it up just a little bit towards your other to the grid. Perfect. Love it. Oh, it's so pretty. And now sometimes I don't know why she rocks it about.
Because I'm trying to cover all of the washer.
Well, see, I would just come back in and little dibby dab with some other color or.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, these backseat drivers.
Across the table artist.
Across the table artists.
Arting from across the table. That's what this segment is.
All right, I think I'll kind of just call that for a little bit. moving right along here. This is really so much fun. I went
Yeah,
through
product reviews really are invaluable.
20. What is that?
And she says product reviews are invaluable. They really, and that's why, we wanted to make sure that anything and everything that we use is stuff that we actually use and we like, or, we'll tell you the things that we don't like about it and whether it's worth, like, we do love those inks. You can't go wrong with the, you can't go wrong with the price, especially when you find them at the,
We started out
Tuesday
with
morning and
Tuesday
stuff like,
mornings.
yeah. That's how we started with those, and then we're like, all right, maybe we should kind of step it up and move to some of these other colors and things, and
Thanks.
we went down the alcoholic inky rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, and I have all kinds of things here that, and some of them I don't love. Like I made my own green, but I can't even find it.
Yes, that's right. The Piñata is the Jacquard stuff, and I really like the Jacquard products. I don't think they have technically as many colors in the
And
big
also,
sets, but you
See this little thing here? When you're refilling them, that little thing is really wonderful.
because you'll get colors that you really, really like, and then you can buy them in the larger, what is it? How many ounces?
4 ounces.
4 ounces. There we go.
I've never done this stripy business before, so we'll see how that works out. I'm feeling yellow.
Sorry about that, Peg.
What-
Should have
what?
warned us. She's like, well, now my husband knows because she was in the car. They're in the car
Oh.
together.
Oh!
Ooh, that's pretty
Yummy.
cool. Push it up closer towards the pink one. There. Oh man, that looks like.
Okay, I'm gonna just hold off on that.
See, and I think if you leave those open spots, let it dry, because it does not take all that long, then you can come back in with the other colors and dip it in there. And I'm thinking, like the gold in there, she wouldn't do it to the other one. The one that's like right above it that we were testing out. I was like, put some gold on it. It will like look like it's, the sun and sparkly and lovely, but she wouldn't do it. So let us know in the chat if you want gold on that.
Okay, what about whoever wants the purple and Christy? You want some gold on yours?
You want some gold, Christy? Let us know. Judy says navy and hot pink.
Oh.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. So I would say one of the things when you're doing lighter colors, darker colors together, and if you want those colors to hold, let it dry in between. Because if you do it as they
See
are
that
wet,
one that
how it's,
came back and hit it again?
and then it just pulls in the color. Especially that white cap stuff is notorious for that.
All right, now this one had some gold in it originally.
And then you went over it, and it obliterated it.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Now, what's kind of interesting, and it was going to be really, really, really hard to see here on the screen, is that even though you don't see gold, when you have this and you have it out in the light, and it will still have some of the shimmer to it. Okay, what is the white she's using, and why does it disappear? Yes, so that is the white cap, right? Isn't it?
Yes. Now there's another one called. No, this is.
This is the Jacquard one.
Blanco.
Blanco. Okay, white cap is the Ranger the Ranger version. Blanco's the Jacquard.
Yeah.
We kind of have both of things running around here.
All
So
right. Now I want that to kind of move a little bit more for me, so I'm going to use some of my other stuff that has a lot of
okay,
alcohol in it.
so Cindy, one of the things about the white of either one is when the alcohol ink is still even partially still drying, it will reactivate, and then it just sucks all that color into it. That's what you were seeing happen there. And one of my largest frustrations, because you think, oh, white, awesome, because then you can get that stark, that contrast going. Well, that isn't always the case.
No.
It's very hard. Now, one of the ways I think that some of the, so see, you get all excited there, and watch here in just a second. It's all just gonna turn lavender, and then it'll be like a light
did you
pink.
see that little circle
I
straight
did go.
across there?
Now, that's not to be said that if you have some of those blank spots and it moves into those areas and it dries quickly enough, So if you had a blow dryer on it, and a lot of times you'll see that with a lot of the alcohol ink artists, people that do the blown flowers and things of that nature, because if you can keep it moving and keep it dry, it will then hold that color. You can keep that color in that area. When they have the opportunity to mix and combine, that is what they will do. Was that a good description of it? I think
That was quite, yes, brilliant. You should write that down and send it to the folks at yeah, I really like that.
The problem is that we are such, like, we'll use just about anything, so I don't know which company would choose us, because we're not specific.
I like Jacquard because of their tip.
But they don't offer as many colors.
They don't offer as many colors, and really the white that you want is the snow cap, because it just, I don't know.
And doesn't the snow cap have a little shimmer to it? I can't remember.
A little pearlized.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because it came in that metallic set.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
right, so
Christy, they have to be sealed. If you want, especially when you're, because there are other brands, and even like the alcohol ink markers and things of that nature, they're not necessarily color fast. I've even had some journal pages and things that I didn't seal, and I'm really sad that I didn't, because it loses the color.
Yeah.
So you must seal them. And then on these in particular, because of the metal, they will flake very easily. Once it's all dry, it will just flake right off. So you want to put some type of sealant on it, which our go-to is the Mod Podge. You can use the 3-dimensional Mod Podge stuff, which is awesome.
Which I highly recommend.
I was even trying to get Pay to use the petrified wood stuff. She says that that's a no-go, not going to work with it, but...
Well, because the petrified wood stuff is for cellulose. I use it on my paper beads.
Because it works with natural products.
Yeah, you have to have the cellulose.
Or fibrous. Cellulose?
Something woody.
Something woody.
Because it's meant for...
petrified wood.
Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty descriptive.
Then when you want this stuff to move, it won't.
Won't.
It just sits there like a bump on a lump on a lump.
Now, some people will keep like a little straw and blow it around. You can do that to give that push. You know, those color bursts that you see people do. That used to drive us crazy because, like, we'd get lightheaded. Because not only are you huffing the alcohol ink, you're blowing through a straw.
Which is like... Is this, you know, what happens when you blow up 25 balloons to make twisty animals?
Oh, they want you to kind of lift them up a little bit. Whenever you're doing the little tilty business, if you'll lift it up to the camera a bit closer.
Well, right now what I just did is mixed a whole bunch of colors and got a really nice kind of peachy orange.
I like that.
I do too, but that's not going to be what it is.
No.
I apologize for not being able to use more of my... I need to buy a whole thing of pipettes and then I can...
Yes. Well, we kind of got out of the alcohol inking business.
Because we stopped doing cards.
Yeah. Well, and we were really bummed out because we have these cards that we had stored away, and then we brought them out, and because we hadn't sealed them, they look nothing like they did originally. Now, thankfully, quite a few of them I photographed. So we even use some of those to this day for some of our backgrounds and things.
Digitally.
I don't know. Cookie's asking, does anyone use Seth's vintage glaze to seal? We don't own any of that. I would be interested in knowing what it is. I'm wondering if is it like microglaze? Because that is one thing that we used to use on the paper product stuff to help seal it.
Oh, now see, look, that was looking really
See
awesome.
that little burst of the bright pink?
This one over here is looking good. I don't know. Might need just a little bit of stuff to move it around.
That's looking good. I'm liking that. Glossy accents, probably, Sarah. Yeah, I would think so. Anything that is clear is going to be, you know, that acrylic type product that's going to seal it. See, Robin's always knowing some things. Piñata comes in 27 colors. They have really good light fast. That is, I would say that, yes, the pigment in the Jacquard is a lot better. But if you want the color range and not necessarily want to mix your own, then you can go over to the range. Or there's a lot of other stuff out there. But again, light fast is going to be the thing that is questionable, depending on those products. But if you get a good sealer on it, typically you're not going to lose so much of that color.
Yeah.
If you do it quickly. Get it, you know, well, you want it to dry up.
You want it to dry really well. I would say 48 hours.
And then get your sealer on.
Which we will seal. All of these will be sealed. And some of them I will use the...
Marcia says that the Piñata, the Jacquard products are the best. All right.
Well, I just like their bottle. Because that other one that has that little snaky nose thing on there.
Yeah, she didn't like that.
It blurps on me, and then when you're refilling, I was trying to find one here. Yeah, see these little, I don't like those so much. And especially for refilling, because you can only refill them about twice before that little thing breaks off, because you have to take pliers.
Yeah, and it either mushes it up or...
bends it or some such.
I think, where did we get our Jacquard stuff? Probably on Amazon. I have on our common list stuff over on our website. If you want to use our affiliate links, we always appreciate that. Gives us a way to make a little bit of money back here and there. But I do have the 2 sort of starter packs, and that can lead you off into, you know, all their other options of different sets and things that... I mean, obviously, if you get a set that has the primary colors, you can mix a lot of your own colors. And you can do it in, like, the little jars, like the ones that are above my head here. Or if you have old empties, even the ink refillers, like, the little bottles that ink pad refill, that's the same bottle that Ranger's using for their inks. So keep those sorts of things, because any of these types of deals, you can mix your own stuff.
Yeah, and all you have to do is just, you know, wash it out. Hey,
yeah.
Christy, check it out.
Ooh. I like that one. It'll get better, too.
You want me to put some gold in there?
Christy, gold? Yay? Nay?
She didn't answer yes a while ago, so I'm thinking no. She just want me gold in there.
Yeah, well, yes, that's true. A lot of the resin pour the people that do the resin pours and things of that nature use the alcohol inks to color the epoxy, the resin.
Now, I'm holding this up because can you see that's got a bit of a texture to it?
Most likely it'll flatten out, but sometimes it does kind of stay.
It stays, and it's really interesting because I'm thinking it's from that first thing that my pipette still has some green in it. Anybody want me to put some?
Christy says sure on the gold.
Sure, okay. Let me find that gold here. And make sure you shake this up really, really good because it does have a tendency to settle to the bottom.
Yeah, any
of the hear the little ball.
Yeah, any of the metallics and the white are highly, highly pigmented. So that's anything that has a little shaker ball. The reason the shaker ball is there is because it settles, and you really, if you want it to have its full effect, shake it up well.
Now I'm going to add a little bit of this, which is just it's alcohol with a bit of the other stuff in it.
Oh, so that's one of the other things to keep in mind if you're doing more of the kind of traditional, I don't know really actually what's traditional as far as alcohol inking, but it's certainly one of the first things that we saw people doing with them is creating like the blown flowers and things of that nature. You want to have the 99% alcohol, which by the way was very hard to find there for a while.
And it's
still
very
is.
strong. You definitely need to ventilate.
Yes,
with
ventilate,
that.
ventilate, ventilate.
Look at this one. I think this one's just really nice, and I can't remember who we made this one for. But I mean, it's got the pink, the red, the kind of burgundies.
Yes,
So it has a lot of nice things going on.
it does.
I think this one was looking really good, even though we lost some of the stripes, which I don't really mind because I think that's kind of ditzy anyway.
No, but I like the little holes that you got there that you
Yeah,
might be able to
yeah.
fill in or leave.
Probably just leave them. Look, I think that's lovely. I love this edge out here, this little part that's kind of.
Oh, there we go. See how it has a little bit of texture? Some of that will stay in there.
Yeah, some of it will. It sure will. Oh, Christy, look at this. Now, I hope this stays. I do not know.
The little cards were a brilliant idea, Mom. Oh. But see, it's still moving. You can kind of even...
It's going...
Yeah.
Vibrating.
It vibrates.
Well, it's all... It's kind of set up so I can't... It's not blowing. But look at the edges of the... That's what I love is how it pulls
Yeah.
to the outside there. Oh, and this one's looking pretty good too. Nice, deep, dark. Am I holding
Yeah,
it?
that looks good. Yeah, you're doing good. And see, that's the one that where she was saying that you couldn't see the gold anymore, but you really can when you turn it in certain light. That one has great texture on it, and I love that. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of something you found, like
And
a
see,
little
this is
mossy.
that's my homemade one over there. I might hit that with another little,
Oh, your homemade green?
my homemade green.
And that was using these glitzy things, right?
Right. And see, it's kind of settled out.
How did you get the green?
Oh, it was just regular green.
Oh, okay, and then you put the shimmer in it.
I put the shimmer in it. I want to keep that nice kind of army green over there.
So you can get the inks to reactivate and move about again by adding in the alcohol. Just the
Not just
straight
plain.
alcohol.
And they also have alcohol blending solutions, which is to blend, lighten, and remove alcohol ink. But, you know, it works as a kind of
It makes things gooey.
a little bit.
It takes longer. It's sort of like a retardant.
But now here's the 4-ounce ball. And I got these colors, and it was on sale. But the white, I use a lot of white. So, and I don't know. I'm really kind of...
Aw, P puts the shimmer in everything every day. Thanks, Ann.
I know, I do like a bit of it. That's why I love my bug.
She likes a little bling here and there. Oh.
That's not too much. Come on, don't cover up my green. I gotta hurry up and tilt
Well,
it.
tilt it. I was going to say. See, you can push. I should have given her a straw. She's blowing on it.
Well, I think that's lovely. You've got some floaty bits there,
Yeah.
which may or may not be there when it gets through drying, whatnot. But okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that one.
Well, do we want to put those off to the side and you want to whip out the little thing that we were like, ooh, that you made?
Oh.
We have a little surprise. Because I think those should dry. Because she's just going to keep futzing with them and then they're going to turn brown.
I'm laughing because that.
Oh, I'm so glad you did, Peg. And I hope you're having fun with your grandkids and all that. And tell the hubby hi and don't take too much from his shop.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave those because they're kind of, unless I could get them off on
Yeah.
because I really do need to.
You need the space.
I need some space.
And like I said, so if you guys are new, I think we've got a couple of new people here. Sarah, for sure.
Oh.
Check out I'll put them back in place. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll do a
Mariah says
screenshot
that
and-
she can screenshot.
And we'll get those back in place. I will get a picture of it over there in Makers and in the Facebook group, you guys can then for sure claim which ones you want. Or if it's one that we made.
And we'll get
New.
it out to you.
Yeah, and we'll get those out to you guys.
All right, I'm going to use this board just because I like to have a board so I can
Move things about.
move things about. It's not because I'm clean or whatever.
Okay, check this thing out. It's so pretty.
I got to show you this first. Okay. This.
There we go.
How about that? This.
Do you remember us showing this?
will
I think we did
become
last week, right?
This. No.
We showed the Borson thing before. We talked about it and how wonderful we think that it is, and we weren't sure exactly. But P made a flower. Isn't it beautiful? I don't know what we're going to put it on or what we're going to do with it, but it is so pretty. But we're going to ink it.
We're going to ink it. I don't know. Maybe I should kind of start out with some little... I'm feeling this is kind of precious. Or maybe I should just show how to make it.
And see if you can make a second one so you can you can then ink the first one.
Yeah. Then I won't feel bad if I screw it up. Right?
I guess so.
Are y'all with me on this?
Oh, it is, Sarah. It is the Makers of Mixed Media Art/Artist.
Yeah.
That is our Facebook group, and we would love to have you. We're kind of a fun, weird group. You can pretty much do whatever you want in there as long as you talk about it and interact with your posts.
Yeah, you sell your stuff?
You can sell your stuff. You can do whatever you want.
Oh,
Just don't drop and
that's
run.
a nice color right there. Man,
And you do have to be careful sometimes with the ink that does get on your hands, because then you can transfer.
oh yeah, because if I get
Oh,
alcohol
yeah.
back on that again and touch something, it will be there. Okay, this is what this cheese is.
Borson, we like it very much.
Yes, we do. And it comes in a lot of different flavors.
It is foil. It's like a foiled paper, but I think it's foiled both sides.
It really is.
It's different than a mac and cheese pack.
Yeah, because they have paper on one side, and they're very flimsy.
Yeah.
This is not flimsy. All right, I wasn't measuring anything here, but the trick is you don't want to get too close down here because when you start to the crumpling, you will see what I'm talking about here in a minute. I'm not measuring, I'm eyeballing.
So this is like a double win. Number one, the cheese is awesome.
It is.
And
I wish
then
I
you-
had some right now.
Have some wine and cheese and make flowers from the... I think some of the, I don't know if any of you guys do the meal order things, but when they send the butter, sometimes it's a similar, and it's small. So if you wanted to make little flowers.
Okay, now that one's kind of fat right there, but I don't really
I
care
don't
about
think-
that. It's better fat than too thin.
See,
Okay.
in this case in the world, fatter more better.
Fatter, more better. Okay, so, and I can't, you know, I just, when I was starting to do this, I know what I wanted it to do. I didn't know how to make it do that. So I just started right close to where you
Moving in a circular.
moving in a circular motion. Thank you, Molly. Sometimes see how that petal just kind of popped there? That's kind of basically, you know, the other one you kind of want them to come in a little bit. But you just keep going around until you have the size center that you so desire. And what I thought about, and I probably won't have time today, but I fully intend on doing it, is adding coffee and making the center very textural.
All right, here, and I'm going to hide myself for a moment. Let you guys kind of focus in on that.
Is this good? Am I in a good place here on the
Yeah.
camera? And see when I'm in the middle there where I'm kind of just coming back in and pushing that back down. And then I just keep going around, like I said, until you get the size center, but you're kind of crunching it towards the outside, crunching it in, and yada yada. Whatever, you get the idea. Okay. Well, I'll finish that if I screw this one up. All right, so what are we thinking about here?
Oh, so Christy says, would it be easier to ink before you construct it?
I thought about that, Christy. Here's the reason I don't want to, is because I think that the actual configuration of this is going to, now I may be totally wrong. I may flatten that out. You know, you might be right.
You might be right. Yeah, I don't know. We've never done this before.
This is a maiden voyage. I've never done anything like this before. Okay, now I'm going to try to get it to flow towards the middle.
How's that?
I don't know.
Holy cow.
Is that?
Worked out some lighting issue thing there. Hopefully that's not going to then, you know, once the sun comes back in, blow everything out. But for the time being, that is pretty darn good.
Okay, I'm just thinking I'm going to start off with some white. Because I have a big bottle of white. Shake it each time. It has a tendency to...
Oh, so Sarah says in the UK they had a TV ad. Its slogan was, "Du wenn du pain de Borsen?" Is that? Oh, I probably really slaughtered that.
Yeah, what do you...
I know, you can get it at Costco now. It came in a 3-pack we're very excited about.
Yeah, and then and it's really sad because they hook you on this stuff and then they don't have it anymore.
Oh, well, we haven't always known about Borsen, but you can get it at the fancier grocery stores too.
Well, all I've got to say is it really is really yummy with the water crackers.
Yeah, which Van doesn't understand.
Well, he spent a lot of time in the Middle East putting out oil well fires, and he has no sense of smell.
I think they're laughing at my pronunciation of the slogan.
Pronunciation?
Yeah,
That
my
too.
slaughtering.
All right, so what are we feeling here, folks? What are we feeling? What are we feeling? Pink and pink and petal pink?
Yes, make it a girly, peony looking beautifulness.
This is kind of looking like maybe...
Oh, the wine, the bread, and the Borsen. Oh, well, so see, it all makes sense.
Looks like, you know, Dracula's been here.
Oh, yeah, the wine. Okay, yes. Du vin. Du pane. So that's like bread. Yeah, see, if you do throw a little... so it's more French. Is that French? Is Borsen French? Probably. There we go.
Fromage, the French do that.
Fromage.
And I love blue cheese. And I like the kind that's
I like that St. Arnold stuff.
expensive.
Let us know in the chat what your favorite cheese is.
Okay.
We'll talk about its packaging next week.
Okay, yeah, no kidding. I'm not loving this, but...
I think it's heading in the right direction. And if all else fails, just kind of blop it down with some, with just alcohol. And then that way...
Where's my spray?
Yes. Spray it.
This is why we have...
Okay, push it up towards the middle a bit more. There we go. Perfect.
All right, I'm going to put a paper towel underneath.
Yes, because this is going to...
And this will give us a lovely...
Pink. Yes, it's French, they're telling me. Probably, God, Mariah, poor girl.
Okay, we just know what we like. We don't necessarily know
where it comes from. We don't ask questions. Why would we do that? You might find out answers you didn't really want to deal with.
I really am not loving this.
I think it's going to be wonderful. You've just got to get more ink for it to move around on. It looks a little murdery, right?
Now Dracula has been here. Okay, well, I think you're right. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come in with yellow.
Mm-hmm. Get it a little bit peachy.
Mm-hmm. The problem is it keeps following the same veins.
You got to tap into some new veins. So see, we're learning things. Oh, I think that's looking wonderful.
Well, I'm not...
It sure looks cool on the camera.
Hating it.
But now you're heading over orangey a bit more than I anticipated, but that's all right. We need a little mini spinner. Tell you what, all Lazy right. Susans. Who knew the 20 million things you could do with a Lazy Susan? Oh, I think, yeah, that's gonna...
Trying to get it to go down some different channels here.
Or maybe this is when we need the salad spinner. I don't think Tunder's with us today, but man, she was doing some cool like paint pour type stuff with a salad spinner. We just didn't know if we wanted to sacrifice our salad spinner because we had just purchased one and didn't realize how expensive they were because Izzy messed up the first one and we're like,
She wore it
wow.
out. I mean, she would sit there and spin
Spin,
that
spin,
sucker.
spin. But I think that that might be something pretty cool. God, I really like it. Oh, Sarah says it looks like an amaryllis.
I don't know that I love it.
I think it looks
You-
great. It's
you
very
love
festive.
it.
I think it's very festive.
Tis
Let's see,
very-
and when my husband's flying fighters, he's there and I was hoping to bring back. He went to the Netherlands. She wanted him to bring back some type of porcelain.
Delft. Yes.
See, I knew
the
she
blue
would know.
stuff.
The blue stuff. Oh, like Spode. Isn't it Spode that...
I don't know.
Oh, well, I worked tabletops at Macy's. It was the most stressful job I've ever had. Anyway, he brought back 2 wheels of cheese.
Good man.
She was disappointed until she tasted it. And then, oh yeah, I mean, once you have good cheese, you can't, I mean, craft cheese is not something you ever even consider. Although Velveeta does have its place in, you know,
Mac and
making
cheese.
queso. Or, yes,
The baby.
the baby.
She's-
I don't support this decision.
Make it really cheesy, Gigi.
I don't support this alteration of the mac and cheese, but I have been vetoed.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you think, folks? What's it need?
I'm
What's it
liking
need?
that.
I think it needs some more pink.
Yeah, I think a little more pink.
Oh, what is this? Is margarita magenta.
Margarita magenta.
Izzy likes to say that.
Mm-hmm. We have some cute videos of her doing inking. And she liked it on the spinner.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's really cool, and I'm going to let that set for just a second before I flip it over. On this cheese, you think that you can't use the other side because it's been printed on.
Oh, that's not true.
Not true at all. This side over here.
Okay, wait, hold on. You freaked out the camera by going with all that brightness and then to the...
Whoa.
yeah, then to the white. You may have to hold your hand up to the camera a minute and bring it down. There you go. I think we're focusing back in, perhaps.
Now, the other thing that I didn't tell you about this on cutting out, well, I'll just let that dry for a sec, is you notice that I did come in and round these out.
There we go. We're back.
What you might do is you might go ahead and make them, you know,
More
think about
roughly.
shapes of your petals, of real flowers. And you know, these are a little bit blunt, but I can always come back in. And I'm really liking, I like that
Yeah.
one right there.
Now, what would be cool is kind of once it dries more, in the center area, you could create more
That's
of
where
the...
the coffee's gonna go.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about them. Did you
Yeah.
already mention that? And I just
Yeah, I
wasn't
already
listening.
mentioned that.
I don't always pay attention. I'm reading chat, too, so, you know, there's that.
I don't know. Do you think it needs some white?
Perhaps. There you go. Maybe, yeah, start at the bottom, bring it up. New little technique there.
Because when you think about your flower, you know, a lot of times where you're seeing the light is on the...
She's leaning in, y'all.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Are you looking at the top of my head? It really drives me crazy.
And now we just get the little fluffy bits. We both need a haircut. Just hasn't, you know, worked into the into our schedules. I'm loving that. I mean, I know probably some people that come along and be like, oh my god, that looks like a hot mess. I guarantee you when this thing dries, and I don't know exactly what we're going to put it on, but I've been thinking, you know. Sagita makes those most beautiful things that are just very sculptural.
but they're more soft, and that's the only thing. This is going to squash easily.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about that, but you know, once you get a coat of Mod Podge on here, Mod Podge,
It may.
stiffen up a bit. Look at that petal right there. Can you
That's
see
really
that?
what we need is something. Oh, you know, we could try. And you gotta be careful, especially with the alcohol ink and everything. But we did those beads. In fact, it's on this little journal thing here. And we had done the embossing, the heat embossed powders to add a bit of structure to it, to hold it, you know? Then it would look like raindrops or dew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And certainly could, you know, we could capture the middle once your coffee grounds are in there.
I'm getting very sticky here. It is sticky. This stuff is sticky.
The white is particularly because it has that pigment in it that's it's gooey.
But I mean, you know, some of these.
Marsha's asked the same thing about like what Christy said about doing it beforehand. I think that you could. I just don't know that you're going to get. I don't know.
Well, we can pull this aside. I could smash that thing out. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
do
be
it.
You know.
Now, should we do the same coloring? I think we should do something different, personally. Ooh, look at that. That looks very murdery.
Okay.
You want me to take that?
We're
Here, I'll
gonna go
take-
with this.
I'll take that and put it on this board if that's okay.
No, don't put it on my good board. Put it on your plate that your toast was on here. Okay.
I just think it's wonderful. I'm very happy with that. Again, I don't know what exactly we're going to do with it, but...
All right, we're gonna flip our board here. The other side isn't quite as.
So Marge is asking Mod Podge, just like what is the Mod Podge? Well, Mod Podge is, you know, you can use it for anything and everything. Some people are very for it. Some people are very against it. There are groups dedicated to it.
Now the problem here is I've squished this up in the center, so you're not gonna get the.
But that might be okay.
Well, it is what it is because I'm not straightening it out in the middle there after I've made all that.
Yes.
That whatever there. All right, so we're just gonna go around the edge here.
All right, what color are we making this flower?
We're gonna make this one purple.
Okay. I was going to vote for that, but then I figured you'd be like,
Oh,
oh,
we could do blue.
let's do a blue.
Well, how about if we do a blue and purple?
Oh, yes, if you could almost gradient it around, then I would be very impressed with your alcohol inking skills.
Yeah. She's just being really funny. All right, what do we want to start out with?
We also have yogurt.
Sailboat.
We also have yogurt tops if we run
Oh,
out of
yeah.
things to ink.
All right, I'm gonna do just the opposite here. I'm gonna start in the middle, well, sort of, maybe, kind of, and then
Roundabout.
roundabout. This is gonna be kind of like a cornflower.
Yes, Elmer's glue on steroids. Oh, so... Well, Marja, what's your question about the Mod Podge? Like, why would you Mod Podge it, or... I need more info to be able to...
Oh, now see, look what I just
Yep,
did.
that's what I was talking about. Gotta be careful with the inky fingers. they will return in ways that
May not necessarily
Yeah.
be what you
You-
desired.
need,
All right,
want,
I'm
or...
gonna do a little quick cleanup here. But I'm loving that. What's happening there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll leave my purple finger.
Yeah, that'll be okay.
Yeah.
You can mix that in.
All right. Stuff that over there. Okay, yes, I'm loving that. All right, now this sailboat blue.
Oh, thanks, Anne.
What did you say? What did you say?
Oh,
Come on.
Marsha was answering, yes, Mod Podges, and that would be the thing to use. It wasn't a question. Okay, thank you, Ann. See, I'm glad you guys are there helping me out. I obviously
Okay,
need
this
it.
is more turquoisey.
Which one is that?
Baja.
And then the first one was Sailboat.
Sailboat. Baja sailboat.
And let me tell you, these blues, they
Okay, I'm going to squirt some of my special mixture out there.
it's quite blue.
And I'm actually, I think if you're doing this, what Christy said, do it flat. You'll have more control over your, I was just so thrilled about, making that thing that.
And she wasn't going to flatten it.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Yes, this is definitely getting you more movement.
And, getting more, okay, that's yummy.
I'm telling you, if we had the Lazy Susan, we could just spin it.
Well, if you move
Or the salad spinner.
Move your whatchamacallits over here off of it, we could still.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Hold on a second. Hopefully I don't.
I'm just trying to cover up the places where I actually got the paint from my fingers.
I'm gonna wipe it down a little bit.
You're welcome.
It's been a bit since it's had some attention.
Now we do have a whole bunch of other.
Here. Oh, and yeah, no, she loves the spinner. That's what they used to do with the inks.
Yeah, because I'd hold it up here and squeeze it, and it just go.
Yeah.
Ah, it's kind of cool.
Telling you, every studio needs a Lazy Susan or a salad spinner.
Hey, I'm telling you what, they don't give those salad spinners away.
No. So if you find one at the secondhand store, or
yeah, that would be ideal.
It's the squareness of that bothering you.
Well, it's
not fitting in there.
Whacking things.
Oh. Catching.
You
It's catching.
Catching things.
Boy, we should have to put a warning on this. Don't stare into the screen too long, because it can kind of make you woo. Oh, that's looking cool. One of our very first, our very first video that we uploaded
Crappy brushes. Do not use good brushes.
was alcohol inking.
I can just move that stuff around so that, I'm not.
Well, you're kind of. See, she loves to do that. She just gets it all mixed up, and I don't know. I like a little more containment in my inking. Ay.
Well, flowers, no. Flowers are more blended.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Like it.
That is working pretty good, though. I think you'll be able to really notice on the white. What do we got here? I think you need to throw more purple in there, too, once you get the white kind of blended in a bit.
You think I'm overly blued?
Yeah, it's a little overly blue.
Okay.
Oh, Petra even says I'm with Mariah. All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Petra.
Well, let's see. What do we have here?
Oh.
Eggplant.
Leslie says maybe even a couple little red beads in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Good call, Leslie. Good
Now, this
call.
is eggplant.
Ugh, you gotta watch out that eggplant. Seriously, that stuff.
I don't believe my thing's quite centered.
Center, yeah, you're getting... Your centrifugal force is not exactly, you know, you're not pulling a lot of G's there.
Now, where is... Oh.
What you looking for?
Well, I'm looking, and I think that...
You got the right red to drop in the middle there?
I want to be careful here because...
I want you to use that yucky brush and kind of pull those white towards the middle. But that's just me.
kind of bust up that edge there.
A little bit, just because it looks bloppy versus, you know, like a...
Look at that right there. I love that.
Yeah.
Now you can overwork it. Definitely. And then I've got some little guys underneath here that don't have much attention. Hiding out.
Hiding out. Yeah, lift the pedals. Look under the hood. Marsha likes what you're doing a lot. All right, well, good. As long as you guys are entertained. I mean, I don't...
Yeah, and you can jump in anytime.
Yeah, let us know if you think we need to be doing
moving
something.
along. Hey, we've got some embossed.
Yeah, we got the yogurt tops. We say yogurt because that's what Izzy used to
And
say.
the reason I'm turning this up a little bit is because I'm really loving that dark there in
Yeah.
the middle. Plus, these babies will stick together. If
And I
they're
want to-
allowed to.
I'm going to move the light off just a little bit because I think we're getting blown out a bit more there. That might help a little bit. Because looking over across, it's really wonderful.
Well, I think we have one more packet of Orson, right?
Yeah, that's what Brad was asking about. It's like, what's
So
there
we've
three?
got one more chance to,
One more We gotta eat the cheese. Although, actually, what we did is we put the cheese in a container.
Yeah, because it gets kind of ooky.
Yeah. No problem, Sarah. Thank you for joining us. You can always come back
Yes.
and watch the replay, and if you do that, we would love it if you left comments below. That sort of thing makes the YouTube algorithm very happy. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up when you can. Check back and leave comments. We always appreciate that. And I hope to see you in the makers group. All right, well, Judy, all right, here's the thing. So she says purple and yellow. Alcohol inks are one of those things that...
If you would like to see a really beautiful brown here, which I wouldn't mind at all,
Yeah, she loves to go brown.
then that's what would happen. If you add the yellow where you have the purple, you're going to have brown.
Brown. Now, what could happen is once this is fully dry, if you came back, and you'd have to move pretty quickly, I think. Do little streaks of the white, and then put yellow on it quick, and then do the dryer. You might be able to do that. Like, that's some very, like, when you see people do alcohol inking that have been doing it a long time, there is obviously a very, that's a technique that it's timing. It can be done, but it is tricky. And it's always very impressive when people can do that. But a lot of times a blow dryer is involved when you're holding color.
Yeah, and the other thing here is the areas where you just have blue, that's going to become green.
Yes.
Because these are all transparent, that water.
And they
alcohol.
reactivate.
Yeah. The alcohol ink reactivates itself whenever alcohol is added.
Yeah. So that's...
So what you could do is you could go ahead and Mod Podge in between, although, because I discovered this, I had a thing where I was mixing, and all of a sudden my Mod Podge became like gelatinous.
But here, hey, that was a good little segue, and I happen to have those right there in front of me.
Look at this. Okay, well, anyway, I mixed up my own.
Because we didn't know, like, how invested we wanted to be on this whole alcohol inking.
We made our own.
Sort of UPO, in a way.
Yeah. All it is it's cheap.
Craft-based metal, those sargents. Yeah.
And these aren't even acrylics, because I added acrylic paint to them to make them acrylic. And this was a stencil that we happen to have. This one you can tell has a lot of Mod Podge on it because you can see the sheen.
But so when you start inking these, it reactivates the Mod Podge. It makes it sticky. But that's kind of cool in a way, too.
It really is. I mean, here, I'll whip some on there while I'm waiting for that to...
Here, you want me to take the flour?
Yeah. You
And why don't you can... Well, here, I'll just take the flour. And then that way, you can use the spinner if you want to use the spinner.
I don't want to use the spinner.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Okay, so, you know, the thing about the alcohol ink is, and I love it, is how it reacts with the other colors when you put them in there and how they spread and whatnot. Now, on this homemade stuff
Yes,
here,
Christy, I have a blower. She hates it.
we don't need
Do
that.
you want to use it?
No.
She gets heated. She gets fired up, as Izzy's now starting to
Did
say.
you see what that did? All right, so on this homemade UPO Mod Podge paper, you don't get as much
Movement.
movement.
Do
You
we
will get some.
do we have a piece of UPO up here? I'll run down and get one so they can see it. I mean, that would be a great demonstration.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what we planned, but that's all right.
Yeah,
We did the washers.
we did the washers. And you can do all kinds of fun stuff here with this stuff. And this is when I started discovering it, was when I was moving it around out here. After a while, the Mod Podge starts softening underneath, and then you get some other stuff going on here. It's just, it's interesting. And it's very addictive. It's a bit like gel plating.
You want me to cut this down? I should cut it down.
Oh yeah, I don't want to mess that whole thing up. And here's my contaminated brush. But you can... Oh, that's actually sort of nice.
Are you doing accidental good work?
Yeah. But there are people that use alcohol ink on their gel plate. I've not, I waited so long to get a gel plate that I don't want to screw my gel plate up. But you don't have to have fancy supplies. You can just, play with this. And I do have some black here someplace.
Here.
Okay. We'll put this aside and wait for that to, I don't know. Hey, if nothing else, it's good for collage. Oh, I should check the washers also here. Right, I'm going to hand those back to you.
Okay.
I don't want to mess them up, and I'm going to try to find a color here that I've got lots of so that I don't have to. I'm getting really low on the purple. I'm a big fan of brown.
And
This
purple
called
is key to...
butterscotch. I love butterscotch. Butterscotch is so cool with yellow.
I don't love the butterscotch. I like the sunshine yellow. Or well, it's Rangers is sunshine, and then what is Jacquard's yellow? Because I think that's what you have over there is the
Sunflower, I think.
sunflower.
Yeah. No, Sunbright.
Sunbright.
Sunbright. Okay, here we go with purple and yellow. I mean, isn't that just, I don't know if you've never done alcohol ink. I can sit here for hours and mess with this.
Oh, we did. And I like it because I like making the little.
Oh, Mariah goes in and takes a toothpick and does little bitty dots.
Well, the brush with 5 hairs.
Yes. I think it is.
But see, you think that white's gonna stay. It is not. And see, well, that one is no way. They never do. It never stays. Even when it's dry, very rarely will you get the white to stay white. That was always my gripe. But there you go. There's.
There you go. But isn't that's a lovely brown? I mean, now come on, that is a really pretty brown. So we might as well just go ahead and start going black here.
Oh, okay. Repeat how you created the faux Yupo. Okay, there's a video actually. And we man, you can see how we started back in the day.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty funny.
But we have, I think, two different videos showing our not only just how to make the paper, but then like inking on it. And what I'll do is whenever we're off, I will go back in and I'll put links to those so you don't have to dig around and try to find them. But we do have videos. Those are some of our very first videos. And they're still really pretty good. We're not as funny then. we're a little more technical and a little,
Anal, and I'm not very relaxed. I'm not too terrible.
That's really pretty. You're getting some good.
Yeah, and the other thing is you need somebody standing behind you to hit you with a 2-before and say,
And that's enough.
"That's done." And most of those little
Yes, Marcia, you can. Yes, with a hair dryer, blow dryer, the heat gun. Lots of people use the heat gun. And that's how you get it to do the. In fact, I'm going to turn my screen back on so that way you can kind of see me here. But that's how you get that color burst. We always kind of chuckled in the alcohol inking group. It was, more blown flowers. They really are beautiful, but it's kind of like, you start to see them, and you see one, you see them all.
You should try to put your lids back on your own.
Oh, yes. On the right ones.
Yeah, because I had a really bad thing with my white. I had yellow all over it.
Well, and then you put, well, actually, I think I did.
How did that happen?
I put the pink on the yellow, and then I ended up with a nice peachy color there a little bit, but then with little pieces. Because it dries up in the lid, and then all of a sudden you'll have, like, pigment that falls out into whatever you're inking. So,
That's not funny. Okay, where are my little embossed... Did you take those off the rolly thing?
I did, because they were hitting the
hitting the line.
Yeah, hitting the line.
Hitting the line.
So, yes. The answer is yes.
Let's move right along here to what we're actually doing today rather than... Okay, so we eat a lot of this. Actually, our baby eats a lot of this. And, you're like, well, why did they mess that up with all that stupid stuff? Hey, you can go right over the top of this stuff. And
show that real
you
quick.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the cow. The cow says, whole milk from happy cows makes really good yogurt. Really good yogurt makes happy people. Well,
we are not getting paid by Noosa.
Jolly ho ho ho. We are. All right.
I even tried tagging them over on Instagram, and they still have yet to, at least say thanks. Told them how much we love their yogurt and their yogurt tops. But yeah, it's pretty crazy that the ink will just it reactivates whatever ink is on there, and you can move it about. You can keep the yellow. And these are fantastic to use, like with magnets and all kinds of things, because you can mold it around the magnets. You can create texture. The key is just to, be careful. It does have sharp edges. And, we've made journal pages. It's fantastic with a steampunk theme. It's fantastic with just about anything. Oh, I used it on the Cloudy Seaside little journals. I made the back part to the magnets because it held it in place really nicely. It glues down nicely enough. You need something to burnish the edges of them, unless you are, I kind of recommend doing like collage style, blending in the paper around it to then cover those edges. Because I think after a while they might lift up depending on what it's on. But just some ideas. You know, I have some sometimes.
I'm just continuing.
Yeah, I don't know that I 100% agree with what you're doing, but we'll see. It'll probably turn out wonderful. So that one mix that you made of just sort of the clear sparkly stuff, that was just a tad, a smidgen of the white cap white, because she had a bottle left. It was, you know, just a little bit left in it. Alcohol. And then the, I think, Snazzy Sparkle.
Mm-hmm. It's the whiter one.
Yeah, just the, of the Lindy's. Glitzy Magicals. I think this is the way to go, because you can add this stuff to acrylic paints.
Yeah, and I don't remember what the cost of that was.
Hey, it was more, I think you kind of get more bang for your buck as far as these are concerned versus the sprays. But this type of stuff is sort of what's also
you can make sprays with it.
Exactly.
That's what it said.
This is one of the new sparkly ones that we got. Because P wanted a gold. I find it a little bit greenish. I don't know. We haven't used it yet, though. Just filled it up last night. Ooh.
This one.
Oh.
Then I went to this one. And then I went to, I put some white in there, which I really like. Now I'm going to put some gold, and I want you to watch. I'm hoping it's still.
Oh, yeah. There. That's always magical. Here, can you hold it a little bit?
And this is where I really need that, you know, a forceful thing. But we're going to help it along with this.
Yeah. And see, what's cool about the texture is it kind of captures, well, pockets of color. Or it captures, you know, areas of brown.
Oh. Okay, now we're getting some good stuff going on there. Yeah.
I think
Move
one
that
of the
gold
keys with the key things with inking is keeping things moving or drying it up quickly enough that it holds that color.
Yeah. What she said.
Yes. Thanks, P. One of the other things, like when we were doing more of the inking, is a porcelain palette.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other nice thing to kind of save on, if you want to do more fine work, like I like to do, like the little bubbles,
Oh, that's interesting.
you can pour it into the little dish. In fact, I have one here. Mine even, oh yeah, it still has. And you can reactivate that stuff. So it doesn't go to waste. Christy says it looks a little murdery. I see a heart.
We're going for the gothic here, Christy.
It could go Valentine's. It could go Gothic. We don't know.
Yeah, you've already got your little point down there. You just got to do
Yeah.
a dipsy doodle here at the top. You got a murderous.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make this baby brown. Yeah.
I'm going to love it. Like, you know, if anybody ever looks up the word murdery, how often PM Artist Studio comes up. They seem to use that word a lot.
Yeah, we're going to go for black.
It's Cookie Wookie says it's some good murdery.
That's right. Look at that.
All right, hold. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Now I'm not liking this green down here.
No, I don't
So
know.
we'll
I don't know
fix that right.
who made that choice.
What in the world that was going on there? But rid of that.
Who authorized that green?
But you can see it's gelling up.
Well, I think that's because of the
It's
ink.
reacting with the...
The printed
Here,
ink.
look at the underneath side
Yeah.
here. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Oh, God, and here she goes, just lopping it around.
Well, I want to see more of my
Texture.
texture. Oh, I think our little sweet baby is.
Yeah, they're back.
So that means it's worked
Marcia
out.
says it's a bloody mess. I don't know if she said it in that way, or if it's like... It's
Oh,
clot.
so that's kind of a nice color there. What are you all talking about?
It's clotting.
It's clotting. It really is.
Christy's is definitely gothic. Oh, there we go. Bringing back some lightness. Don't know
Now,
what she's
on your
doing.
other side that you have,
See, only the dedicated are gonna make it this far into the stream anyway, so.
they're the truly dedicated.
I'll timestamp this one and says the murdery starts now.
Oh, we'll lighten it up a little bit. What? What? Yeah, they're just
They're just yeah.
Reading
Petra agreed with Marja on the bloody mess. Lori B just tried. I know she's been listening and she says yeah, she's a little scared. Oh goodness.
Look at that nice clot down there.
Oh. And watch, we'll end up using this and it'll be like really cool. I can't tell you how many things we end up with and we're like, oh well, I don't know, put that in the drawer. We'll figure out something. You can. Here's the other thing about alcohol ink. If you really don't like what's happened, spray it down with some alcohol, wipe it down, start over. You can do that.
It's very forgiving. Yeah.
And then just keep up the little moppy things and use those for collage.
Okay, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you should just put
Consider
that one to
it.
the side and
Oh, you just. No, we do not. We cannot. But we're going to get a new.
it's like see, she watches those shows, I'm telling you. It actually doesn't. It's a little less murdery looking in real life. We're getting kind of some weird contrast lighting happening over here. We keep all the paper towels.
Yeah. 'cause
This is the stuff that, okay, so I'll bring out another journal. I'm glad I have them right here, you know? And I sort of cleaned this out so I could reach things a bit. But, let's see here. So this cover, let me pop that off there. Sorry, and I think those mowers obviously kicked up all the dusty bits and whatnot.
Okay, now see, this is starting.
So this was all napkin that was blotter cloth from mostly probably alcohol inking. So there you go. You can kind of paint with it. So what P had done is she had textured it and she didn't like it because it was just really flat and kind of weird looking and color wise.
What were you showing? Oh my
Mountain
gosh,
Sunrise.
I had
Oh,
nervous
she was-
breakdown over that. I mean, I was in deep depression for 2 days.
She really was. I had to kind of snap
She
her
said,
out of it,
"Now,
and I'm
come
like,
on."
"Hey,
I said,
we."
I'm giving up. I'm not ever doing art again.
She was. She
That's
was
it.
kind of in that state, and so
Because everything I tried just made it worse.
yeah, I'm like, just take a little break. Let me look at it. Let's do some things. And usually, if I mess with things enough to where she doesn't like it, she'll jump back in and fix it. That's how we operate.
Now, I'm telling you,
That's better.
I think this is beautiful. I don't know about y'all.
Cause see, that could actually be more like a sunrise thing, or you know, it doesn't have to be murdery.
Oh, I'm not putting eggplant on there.
No.
Oh, no. Getting low on amethyst.
See, that's a good purple, the amethyst one.
But I've got a little bit of purple down here, and I'm really kind of liking that.
We have bags of this stuff. And I've been using more of it lately. Because I'm just, like, okay. I need to use this stuff up. I'm tired of moving the bags around. And I like the texture of the napkins. So I use the glue stick if I want it to still be fluffy. And it even works nicely on the texture. And I'll have a video coming up soon-ish. Where I have been doing that more. I think I did it in the last process video on the journal page. I did a tag. And it's just so lovely and fluffy and just... I love it.
This is just plain alcohol that's slightly...
mixed up with some things that were in the bottle still.
Yeah.
It's the leftovers. See, you really pulled it around. See, she'll futz with this for a while. Yes, so now we're getting to the rusty, grungy, like, metal.
Cool looking.
Cool
Rusty
looking.
grunge, not, murderous.
Mopping up the operating floor.
That's a good one, yeah.
Somebody said, I don't know who it was, but that's, yeah. Petra.
But I'm really serious, you just don't give up on it. And as long as you know your color wheel and you know what's going to happen when you put something on top.
Yes. I think
this
knowing...
over here just is really...
I love that.
Yeah, but that's where it's been turning purple all along, and I don't really... I guess there was
Well,
some-
look at the... where's the other one that you have that... Because it could have to do with the printing. I would... That would be my suspicion.
Well, it's over here where the cow is.
The heavier black.
Yeah, but this is heavier black down here, and it's not happening. I think I just got started with some purple over there.
Kind of
It
hung
just
in.
Popping up. But I love some purple and some orange.
Yes, I love purple and orange together.
Now, I don't know. I'm hesitant to do that because I don't think I've got enough.
Oh,
It's
see,
not-
stop with the... Oi, oi, oi.
it looks like bird droppings.
It won't here in a minute. There you go.
Oh, now we got a hot air balloon.
Hi, that goes steampunky too.
Could be steampunky.
Yes. We did. These have been embossed. Lori B says, the stuff she creates always goes through a teenage gawky awkward stage every time. Yes.
This is very true.
I
And it's
love
just,
that.
You just got to work yourself through those.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Oily skin, you know.
Zits.
Yeah. A bit irrational. Still have to deal with that a bit here.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm losing some of mine. Oh, but isn't that pretty? Now, I can tell where it's still kind of wet and it's really going to spread.
Now, this is the mix that right? That's the mixture one?
No, this is white.
Oh,
I just used the mixture one.
okay. Cookie Mo says she likes the description that Lori B. about the gawky awkwardness of the teenager. I like that too.
Well, I think that's true of a lot of things that, when you start out with your gel plate, it's the same thing. It reaches that stage where you're going, oh my God, that is so butt ugly.
Hey, we almost made it through live and she didn't talk about gel printing.
I'm really missing my gel. Oh my gosh, now see, here's some happy accidents. Now, that being said, I'm loving this yellow
Yeah.
that's occurring here. I'm not. I'm almost to the point where I'm whacking myself with the tube of board, saying, okay.
I think you need to leave it alone. I thought that about
I
5
think-
minutes ago, but
Yeah, but now look how much.
I know.
You know. I do. What I really love is I love this orange that's happening out there.
is it dry enough you can hold it up? Or is it
No,
gonna
but
fall
I
through
am-
that
I am.
piece of paper?
I'm not even going to tell Mariah what I'm going to do because
Oh.
she'll just have a hissy fit. If I can find it.
What are you looking for?
Black.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, true black. I have true black, but I don't know where it is. Oh, we'll just go with eggplant. It's the next best thing.
Yeah, it's just about the same thing. I think you'll have better luck with that anyway, because at least it'll still pull out some purple-ish. But you've got to watch out with that eggplant. It kind of goes blue. Remember that?
I just wanted a little bit of contrast right here along this middle line. And I mean, this stuff, if you want perfection and absolute control, this is not the medium for
No.
you. This is the, oh my gosh, isn't that wonderful? I love that.
This
Or,
is the...
oh, holy crap, Ola, that sucks. Yeah. And then, of course, someplace in between all of those. Now I've got 3 lids here, and I'm going,
Oh,
okay,
she didn't put them
oh.
back. She went. And the black lids are the worst because you can't really see.
Oh, look, gold. Got that one.
Yeah, you can't see exactly what it is. The white lids are great.
Now, what do y'all think? Think maybe I need a little bit of white right above that dark?
Well, it's going to go either orangey or whatever, but sure. And then I think you should just leave it alone. We've got 12 minutes.
Oh, we need to revisit the washer.
Oh, yes, there are inks on the lid. Yeah, we need to bring those back in. We can take a little looky-loo at the flowers. Kind of wrap it up. Yes, Eggplant wants to conquer the alcohol ink war. Definitely.
Oh, I'm stuck down here for whatever reason. Oh,
She
because I turned
reactivated.
it over. And I stuck to my
Oh.
nice new table. Oh, well, I don't know why I'm worried about something like that.
I don't know why she was either. We all knew it wouldn't stay. We were just one spray or one alcohol dab away from not a white surface.
Oh my gosh, now look at this.
That's Yupo.
Yupo. But look at this wonderful stuff happening here. And that stuff there. Yeah, Mariah, we need to, that's
That's a keeper.
a keeper. I don't know how I'm feeling. This is kind of nice too, though. Why are you laughing?
I didn't even realize you had done your little scribble marky things in there, but
Look how cute those are.
it's something. I don't know. That's a good layer. Because you can do more to it.
This is true. This is true.
That was a good layer. I'm loving a lot of those.
I'm going to slide them off on a new piece of, so we can get them in all of their perfection.
Remember, come in a little slow, but you're good there. Look at that. Now that could even come back in and put a little gold with it. I think that would be lovely. I like the gold in it. We need a silver.
We do need a silver, and I have.
And then we tried to make it with the new stuff, but we didn't do the silver. Yeah, and I even like those little, I like the little bits of the washer showing through.
Well, that's your silver.
Yeah. I like that little burst of pink there at the top, and then it kind of goes, dark over there. It has a little bit of texture to it. That's showing up nicely. The other pink one.
This one has a lot of depth.
Oh, it does. And remember, this is prior to them being Mod Podge, so
Yeah,
they'll be even
just
more.
Get better.
yeah, they get
They
better.
will just get better. And I think this is Christie's.
That's
purple
Christie's.
one. Oh boy, I'm running out of clean guard here.
I'm interested to see what we're gonna do with those cards too. I thought it'll be fun.
There's some. Yeah, this has got everything but the kitchen sink, I think.
Oh, there. Perfect. Oh, that looks beautiful. Christy, you're lucky. You got a good one. When cutting the paper washers, do you use... Yes, I use the Cricut. Do you use layers together? No, I typically don't. But not a terrible idea, just very time consuming. If you are going to do layered ones, just keep in mind the stiffness is going to be, you know, depending on what you're going to use it for. Like, I used to love stacking sentiments and things like that for cards because it A, gave you the depth, and B, made it more sturdy, especially if it was like a little scripty writing type stuff. One of the reasons I don't stack the paper washers that we use for the journals is that it allows it to still be bendy. So see?
Flexible.
Flexible. So that way it pulled it in, and then I can, you know, it's going to do this little bit. And because it's Mod Podged, you know, it still stays flexible, yet, you know, doesn't crack or any of that business. Okay. But if I made them thicker, they're going to just stick out versus pulling in.
These are not numbered, Mariah. Should I number them?
We will when we take a picture and I post it in the group. So basically, I mean, anybody that even comes back in or whatever, watching replays and things of that nature, I mean, obviously there's going to be kind of a time frame on all of that, but I did put a link further into the chat there. I will post or put the link in the description to the group, to our Makers Facebook group. It's going to be one of the going things, I think, going forward. You have to be part of the group to get any of the giveaways that we do. And then you can interact with us there and do all of that. I like that idea.
I do too, because I really enjoy our group of people.
Yeah, we are
very
so
much.
loving you guys. Like, it makes our day.
I just feel so comfortable. I feel like I'm chatting among
Except for Robin. She always is like grandfathered in. She hates Facebook, and we interact with her on Instagram. So, Robin, you're grandfathered in. You don't have to be a part of the Facebook group unless you really want to. We love you. So, yeah, that'll be the deal. We'll make a new little chart thing, numbering those ones. Christy called the purple one. So if you really did want a particular one, I think that we kind of know who that is or whatever. But you guys are all cool. We'll work it out.
Yeah.
What else? Next week, what are we going to be doing? I don't know.
I don't. I have a couple of things in the works.
Yeah.
I'll show you my newest paint.
She has new paint things.
This is the
yes
300 series. Look at that. Don't you just
Christy,
stick your tongue in there and lick it?
Christy had a bathroom wall that was that color, and it had this texture on it, and I always called it the taffy bathroom. Comment now, Christy. Laugh, and then tell me to stop being mean and all of that. I would just chuckle every time I went in that bathroom.
Just beautiful.
Laffy Taffy, that's right. Or laggy. She says laggy Taffy.
Mariah, I don't think, has added this to the... I just made it yesterday.
She made it yesterday. She got it in the book. So I will make sure that I add that to the one inside the group. It is also available through the website. Like, if you don't want to be part of Facebook group, you can download it through our website. That is always available there too. And let's see here. What else? I think next week we'll probably be back on the gel plate, most likely. We wanted to do those rug things with the stencils. I need to make some new stencils. Let us know in the group if you have any ideas about stencil things. I mean, it can even be super simple stuff. And then we can always make those available too. And, you know, we're always willing to, like, do little giveaways with that type of stuff as well. But I think that is pretty much it. Anything else? Marja, you weren't here earlier. Thank you for the cup of coffees. That was very, very sweet of you. I think we had said that before you got into the stream. So we really do appreciate that. Robin's mom painted the inside of their closet door that color. It's a color that, it's a happy color. I always wanted taffy every time I went to the bathroom at
My
Christy's
dad
house.
used to say that people that were insane preferred purple. I'm not sure where he got that piece of information, but
Well, that's it.
I'm very fond of purple.
I like purple too. It's Izzy's second favorite color, I think.
Yes. And she will tell you, she likes the lavender. She likes the light purple.
The
not
light
dark
purple. Okay, well, I think we're close enough here to the end. We're just going to call it. We will finish these up. We are going to seal them and all of that. I do have most of the addresses ready, but we are going to let these dry and get the coats of Mod Podge. So probably sometime next week I will send them out. I'm going to put them in little packets, hoping
we'll
that
give
they
you
don't
some
get...
other cute little
Yeah, well,
this and that.
this and that's little paper bits of sorts. All of
Yeah,
that, but yeah.
Might send a little. I'll do it. Oh, look at that.
I'm telling you, the cards are going to be cool.
And look at that. Can you just?
I can never end the chat or never end the stream
Yeah,
just without
okay,
her
I'll shut up.
like squirreling on me. All right, guys. See you in the group. See you next week. Bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, for the most part, these are on.